With WrestleMania 41 being this weekend, Topps has decided to drop a leg drop and change the future of WWE Topps trading cards. For the first time ever, we're going to be getting WrestleMania debut patches, and we're also going to be getting Raw debut and SmackDown debut patches. If you guys are not aware, MLB does this here where when a player makes their Major League Baseball debut, they wear a patch on their sleeve. Topps then takes that patch, puts that on a trading card. They sign it, making it an official one-of-one card that can never be duplicated because you only make your debut one time. And we're seeing that transition to the wrestling card hobby. Let's go ahead and break it down into full detail and what to expect with these WrestleMania patches and with these Raw and SmackDown debut patches. So here is an official tweet that came from Topps, and then we're going to go ahead and read a Topps Ripped article. All this information will be linked down below if you guys want to check this out for yourself. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Moon3PO. And of course, if you are enjoying this content where, we're breaking down the wrestling card hobby, bringing news, bringing out what to expect in the wrestling card hobby, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. It's a free way to help support the channel. It shows me that you guys want to see this type of content moving forward. But let's break down this tweet. So breaking. For WrestleMania 41, all superstars will be wearing a WrestleMania patch on their gear. After the event, each patch will be placed into a one-of-one trading card. These one-of-one cards will then be inserted into random packs of an upcoming trading card set for lucky fans to find. So that's a big thing here. Typically, what we've seen in the debut patches is that they throw for MLB debut patches that I'm speaking of. They usually put them in Topps Chrome Update. I don't think we're going to get a Topps Chrome Update series for wrestling, just because they've obviously had Topps Chrome and Topps Chrome Sapphire. So I don't think we will get another Chrome set. I think we'll probably have some type of Dynasty or some sort of relic-based set that we see in other sports. So I would probably expect that to be inserted in here. And just to get a raw reaction, we can see here, just excited how the wrestling card hobby was. We got, the oh, hell yeah, the other stuff here. So yeah, it was very, very exciting. It seemed like a lot of positivity. If you're a wrestling card collector or just a WWE collector in general, this gives you another avenue to collect and feel more closer to those WWE superstars. So this to me is an automatic W. And then they followed up with this tweet here is breaking. Debut patches are coming to WWE. When a superstar has their first match on Raw or SmackDown, they will wear their corresponding debut patch on their gear. After the match, the patch will be placed into a signed one-of-one trading card and inserted into one lucky pack. So again, following the same thing here with the MLB debut patch. So we're going to see this a lot with NXT calls, especially after the day of WrestleMania. Obviously, after the day of WrestleMania, that's one of the more hyped Raw and SmackDown episodes. And we see a lot of debuts on the main roster. So, potentially down the line, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, Ethan Page, Trick Williams has already been up on the main roster, so technically he won't get a debut patch. Maybe he will. I don't think that will happen, but like a Ricky Saint, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez has been on SmackDown, but Cora Jade, Jada Parker, when all those superstars from NXT then get called up to the main roster to have their first official match, they will be wearing these debut patches, which again is making it very, very more exciting for the wrestling card hobby. So once again, let's read this Topps Ripped article. Again, link down below if you guys want to check this out for yourself. So of course, here is the post that we just read about, showing my guy here, CM Punk. So it says, in the world of WWE, nothing is bigger than WrestleMania, and now that energy is being stitched directly into trading card history. In conjunction with this month's blockbuster WWE event in Las Vegas, Topps and WWE are launching two all-new patches, the WrestleMania patch and the main event roster debut patch. These aren't your typical relic inserts. For the first time, WWE superstars will wear elevated logo man style patches that will be pulled straight from their auction and turned into one-on-one autographed trading cards, complete with authentication, event details, and the exact moment captured. So let's break it down. And here are all the logos that we just saw here. So the WrestleMania patch. If you're in the ring at WrestleMania 41, April 19th or the 20th, you'll be rocking one of these. Every superstar scheduled to compete will wear their WrestleMania patch, with many wearing it directly on their boots. After the final bell rings, the patches come off and head straight into the exclusive cards that feature the superstar's autograph, an official COA Fanatics hologram, and the exact match date. So it is going to be on their boots. So I know people are saying, is it going to be on their trunks? If a wrestler wears like a t-shirt or like wears like a coat. So they are going to be wrestling in these in with that patch. Obviously a wrestler's not going to take off their boot and then give that off to Fanatics during the middle of the match or before the match. So they will be wrestler worn, match worn, event, physicality worn, whatever you want to call it. So they will be wearing these patches on their boots. And it says here, main roster debut patch. Then starting with Monday Night Raw on April 21st, any superstar making their first official main appearance will debut the main roster debut patch. Superstar sporting debut patches will continue with every future Raw or SmackDown debut. Post-match, these patches will be transformed into autographed or dedicated one-of-ones, permanently preserving the moment that career began on the big stage. And it talks about here expanding the debut patches to the WWE. This is a game-changing first for WWE trading cards. While Topps introduced the debut patch program on MLB in 2023 and expanded to MLS in 2024, this marks WWE's first foray into high-profile match-used patch cards. These patches are superstar milestones, and each card is a one-of-one-kind time capsule built for fans who live for the pop, the pyro, and the payoff. Keep your eyes peeled. Sets featuring these WrestleMania patch and main event debut patch cards will later land in retail and hobby shops later this year. So that's big. We're getting them this year. Of course, like we just talked about, we had Topps Chrome drop in January, and then we had Topps Chrome Sapphire drop about a month ago to this date. So it is confirmed we are going to get them this year, and it will be in retail and hobby shops. So, it's not just going to be like some sort of Breaker Delight box or anything like that. There is going to be that opportunity based on what we're reading right now that you can pull these patches, both the debut and the WrestleMania patch, in some sort of retail format. So that's very, very exciting as well. Now, of course, some things to think about here. So the MLB debut patches, those go for a lot of money. If you do a little bit of research, you guys can see all the crazy sales. We had the Paul Skeene card that went for $1 million. The Jackson Holiday went for over 100,000. So these cards go for a lot of money. I don't know what these WrestleMania patches and these Raw and SmackDown debut patches will go for. It's going to be very, very curious to see, but just some things to think about and just the importance of these patches. So let's speak primarily on the WrestleMania patch. So this is John Cena's last WrestleMania. He's not wrestling anymore. So the fact that you're going to have tied to John Cena his last WrestleMania match with Cody Rhodes as a heel and potentially breaking the world championship record, breaking Ric Flair's record, like that's something that's going to be tied into this patch forever. And some sort of wrestling collector, a John Cena collector, is going to go out and spend big amounts of money to get that card. And let's turn it over to CM Punk. It's like myself, I'm a big CM Punk fan. You guys can see here on the card here, that's my Topps Chrome card. I got some John Cena stuff there as well. But CM Punk, this is his first ever time main eventing WrestleMania. So if you're a CM Punk collector like myself and absolutely love CM Punk, a ride or die for CM Punk fan, imagine the amounts of money, the amounts of dollars that someone will be willing to spend for the very first time that CM Punk is main eventing at WrestleMania. And of course, that's been a big part of his career and a big part of his story with WWE is he's never made evented at WrestleMania. Now he's doing it with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns this upcoming Saturday. So you'll be able to collect that piece of history and also celebrate that with a 101 autograph. And like we just talked about with the Raw and SmackDown debut patches, there's obviously some big names down there at NXT who haven't made their main roster debut yet, like Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, Jada Parker, Lola Vice. From the men's side, Ethan Page, Trick Williams. I don't think they're going to give Trick. I don't think they would give him. He's had some little bit of short stints on the main roster, if I'm not mistaken. So, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Obafemi, guys like that, once they make their debut onto the brand, wherever they get drafted, they're going to have those debut patches. And of course, that's a big monument for them because they've now made the main roster and they've built some sort of a following down in NXT. And that's a very devoted fan base as well. So what's to say again that what those cards will go for when it comes to the secondary marketplace. What do you guys think about these WrestleMania and Raw and SmackDown debut patches? Sound off in the comments down below, or feel free to carry over the conversation over with me over on Twitter or Instagram. You can find me at Moon3PL. All my links to my social medias are going to be down below if you guys want to follow me there or talk to me on any other short form content platform. And of course, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you guys haven't yet, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. That's a free way here to help support me and help support the channel and shows me that you guys want to see this content moving forward. I do also have my wrestling podcast, Cardboard Dugout, collecting the 1, 2, 3 link down below if you guys want to check out longer form content. Hopefully I'll I'll be having a WrestleMania prediction podcast coming out later this week, before Saturday, because it's a 2-day event. This the 2-day event, so hopefully we'll get that out before Saturday. So keep an eye out for that if you guys want to tune into those WrestleMania predictions. But yeah, guys, again, tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think about these patches? I think they're awesome. I think it's going to change the way we look at hobby, sports trading cards, WWE trading cards in general. And I think it's going to be just a piece of WWE history and Topps history when it comes to the wrestling card trading market. So tell me in the comments down below what you think. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see y'all in the next one.